Wait, did Mal leave?
He's changing his profile picture.
Oh. I accidentally clicked out, and then when it came back, Mal was gone.
Yeah, that's alright.
When did Calvin get into like the golden age of music?
When Penny
started.
Penny
Wait,
and Landon were listening to Journey at
thought
the
so.
South Park.
And we gave him a hard time about not knowing it.
Yeah, I was like,
You didn't
what
know
this
Journey was?
is? I was like, I don't know what this is, and they were like, well, you have to listen to it. And so then when I got
great.
home, I was like, what?
He's like, how could I not know about this?
Yeah. Then I
Well,
started
I'm
listening
happy.
to Toto.
Yes, good for you. Toto's awesome.
I already knew a couple Toto songs, but
I'm still
Sure,
mad.
that's
I can't play
bunch.
Rosanna yet. It's too hard.
Oh, are you learning a song? It disconnected
yeah.
me for a second. What song were you trying to learn?
Rosanna's way too hard for me.
Oh, by Toto.
Yeah.
I still haven't
Toto.
listened to that. Calvin. Toto.
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 Microphone. Hello.
Microphone.
I can't find the levels. I'm on an iPad.
You're
Okay,
alright.
I'm
Your
loud
audio
anyway, so
sounds
I'm gonna
fine.
turn it down because
Okay,
you
cool.
guys are way too loud if I turn mine up. Alright.
Alrighty. And Corbin
No, I
is
made
gone.
Corbin leave! Oh!
okay, this was fun.
Yeah. Very.
Stop.
Whoa!
Go.
Why is it so loud?
I don't know. Go.
Leonard's mic?
Is that
Is that a honky tonk?
Leave, Lincoln.
a banjo? A mixture between a keyboard, a banjo, and a clarinet.
Go.
Banjo, keyboard.
Alright, we won't be able to have any of that in the background when we start, Calvin.
I'm telling him to leave. We're
Yo, where is
recording.
Corbin?
Stop. Lincoln. Stop.
Telling a beetle to leave is like, I don't know, trying to tell a dog not to go back to its own vomit. Ah! We gotta do something more than just hypotheticals.
What do you want to do?
We could literally talk about anime. We could talk about.
That's
No,
exactly.
we can have like a podcast and just like talk about like a different thing every day. You know, like
Yeah, that's
each
exactly
episode
pretty
is
much
a
what
different
our.
topic.
like we could do like tier lists on stuff.
Yeah, that'd be hecka fun.
Like you could screen share and then we could do like a tier list on stuff that we all know about.
Yeah, we could just do that for like YouTube too. I think that would be hecka fun.
Yeah.
Just do whatever we want to do with our stuff. That would actually be hecka cool.
Finally.
Yeah.
I love that
That's the nastiest thing ever.
Is that?
Want to do this? I respect it.
All right, let's get started.
Okay. Make sure Lincoln doesn't come in the background. Otherwise, we gotta read.
I have to block. I have to block Corbin's face. I can't look at it and not smile.
I know, right? I keep on laughing. I look
I have
down.
to turn the phone over. Oh my gosh, man, it's so serious.
Okay.
Where did you get those glasses?
Your blue light glasses.
Alrighty. Let me compose myself so I can record the intro, and then do we even need intros anymore? I don't even know. All right. So welcome back everybody to Hypothetical Conversations. Yeah, I can't do it. I don't even.
Go ahead. My bad.
Go.
No, I don't even want to do it anymore.
Good talk.
Welcome back, everybody. This
Yeah,
is
welcome
Corbin.
back. Corbin, Calvin, Malachi, and me.
Say my name. Oh, he's racist. He's racist.
Corbin, do you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Okay.
sure, I'll go first.
Yeah, okay.
Why did you make him?
Okay.
Kid.
So I was talking with my mom today, and she was talking about like cells or something like that for like chemistry or something like that with my brothers. So I thought about this paradox I heard about called the ghost paradox.
Another
where-
paradox.
Yeah, this will be fun.
Corbin with the
So-
paradox.
So every single day, all your cells, like every single cell in your body, replaces itself, and the dead ones fall off. So the paradox goes is, if that's actually happening, and basically your whole identity is kind of like replacing itself every day, can you say that you're still you, or you are like a new person every day?
Well, is a snake the same snake when it sheds its skin?
It's just a bigger snake, I guess.
Well, it
That's
doesn't really grow.
Wait.
It just sheds its skin because
Because
those are
it's
the dead
growing.
cells.
Well, it includes like brain cells too, even.
Well, I think because it's not all happening at once, right?
No, I don't think
Yeah.
it's like just throughout. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like as new cells come, the other cells teach them who you are, and then those cells die. So you they all know who you are. So you kind of stay the same
That's
person.
interesting. Yeah.
What
So if I rip
because-
my fingernail off and then my fingernail grows back, am I a different person?
No, your finger's just different.
Okay, then. Well, it's the same thing with the cells. It's not all happening at once.
No.
Multiple cells are coming off at different times. So it's just, I don't know.
So are you like
Deteriorating.
staying? Are you like turning into a technically?
You know what I thought you were
different-
going to say? I thought you were going to say, how long would it take until all your cells, how many cells would it take until you can make a new you with the cells that fall off?
Yeah.
That's what I
Oh.
thought he was going to say.
No.
Dead cells, so I
I
guess
was
didn't
about to
think of
be
that.
very scared.
Imagine if it's like only a day from when you're born.
Well, if it'd be
a
like
day
that,
later, you've lost enough cells to recreate yourself.
Whoa.
Like if you could live for an infinite amount of time, like if you just stayed in a box and let all your dead skin cells die and let it fill up into the box that you're in, like how long would that
Yuck.
take?
That's so nasty.
Oh my god!
all these little
Alrighty.
cells. There's just a foot in there. Hey guys.
I was wondering like if they were what you were getting at was like something to where like your cells all die out and then new cells come and learn to be you. So like you're dying and rebirthing without even knowing it or something like that. I was like, whoa. But, Where does the part of the
Imagine-
paradox come in?
The paradox goes that if you're constantly being replaced every day, then I think it's like if you're constantly being replaced, yet you're kind of like the same person. How does that work? Because if you're being replaced, then you can't be the same person. So
Because like part of
Oh.
you, your cells,
right.
are dying.
Well, you're
Yeah.
not really being
New ones.
replaced. Like I said with the fingernail thing, if I rip
Yeah.
my fingernail off and a new one grows back, like the nail was replaced, but me myself wasn't replaced.
No,
yeah,
'cause
it's like
not your whole
a tree
body.
loses its leaves, but it's still the same tree when the leaves grow back and stuff.
Right.
Like
Okay.
if I put on a hat, my head is still the same. It's just being covered.
Yeah.
So you could say the same
All
about,
right.
you know,
He
something like
jumped
that.
far. That's a leap.
Imagine though if you could use that for like cloning yourself. You like,
Whoa.
you know,
Yeah.
you shed all your cells and you save them until you
Take
have
like
enough to
a
clone
million
yourself.
years for you to make your new you.
Well, if you were trying to like manipulate your cells and like save up a bunch and then make a new one, those cells are just gonna die off once you save up enough. So your clone will be slowly dying at the seams. Once you finally get enough for that head, that neck already melted away.
Oh yeah, wait, don't cells have cells? Or
Yeah.
cells made
Do
of
they?
atoms? Well, I mean everything's made of atoms, but like do cells have cells or is it just atoms after that?
Like smaller cells inside.
Like protons.
How would a
and-
cell have a cell?
would
If it's
so
a cell, it can't have
weird.
another. It can't
If it's
contain
in-
another cell.
inside of each other.
So it's just
Ew.
atoms then after that. Because if that were the case, then your dead cells would be dying, creating dead cells, and then those dead cells would be dying, creating dead cells. It would be
Yeah.
an
Whoa.
endless cell train.
It's like if
Yeah.
you said, "I get paid for getting paid."
Whoa.
Imagine a job like that.
Oh my gosh, I'd be
Well, how do you get
stupid
paid in the
rich.
first place? Do you just like inherit
Well,
any sort of income,
You have
and
to
then
get
that
paid to
means
get
you start
paid.
getting paid
Yeah,
for getting paid?
You get hired, and then the job is okay. Your first job is take this money, and then you take this money for a certain amount of hours, and then every 2 weeks you get paid for the money
You have
that
to
you
keep
took every
money for
hour.
weeks.
Here's a gold coin.
Gold.
Can I have an advance on my salary?
What a selfish person! Getting paid to get paid. Can I get an advance? Can I get a promotion? I don't think getting paid to get paid is it's a little too hard. It's too tiring.
Can I get paid to get paid and get paid to receive checks?
Hey, can I get paid so I can pay my?
Corbin, I don't know where you were going. With this. I don't know where it was going.
Can I get paid for showing up to work?
Oh man,
Here's a novel idea. Can I get paid to work for you?
A novel idea.
a novel idea. Calvin with the novelties.
So this one we actually recorded, but I never posted the episode. It might be a lost episode if I ever decide to put it out there, but I might not. But Mal, you weren't here for it, so I'm gonna use it. So, if living life only counted when you were happy or in a positive mood, how old do you think you would actually be, and how long do you think lives in a null state, or how do you think lives in a null state would feel? So basically, a null state is when you're not happy, and by happy I don't just mean having fun, happy, anything where you're not mad, angry, hurt, anything like that. So if you're just chilling or vibing to music, you're living.
Wait, so if for 1 second you're depressed or sad or anything, you die?
No, as in life just doesn't count. Like it's basically you're outside of life. You're outside of living. So basically, if you get like upset for a certain amount of years and someone younger than you is living a great happy time during that, they could technically surpass you in age.
Oh, they pass you up. Okay.
Yeah. So
So
basically
your
life,
age would literally freeze. Your age.
yeah,
would
so like
literally
life
freeze.
just kind of freezes around you. You can still do stuff and interact with the world, but your time and life technically freezes in a way.
I'm
So it's
immortal.
basically, yes.
You want to be immortal, kids? Be depressed.
Exactly. I guess so.
That's a horrible way to live.
the
Tell a bunch
greatest,
of kids.
the greatest quote, the greatest lesson in the world.
Go be
Dang.
depressed, kids.
God loves you.
So so I'm confused though by the happy, like the when you're happy. So when you're happy, you age.
Like the definition of happy.
But
So how
if you're
long would
happy
your
for
life
the rest-
be?
Yeah, if you're happy for the rest of your life, when will you die?
Well, I
Will
mean,
you die?
it would technically be like a normal life, just with that side effect, or like kind of nature of life being that if you're not happy, you're not living life type of thing. Literally.
So you'll
So,
still
like-
age,
Oh.
right?
Yeah.
So like,
Okay.
so you'll still die at the normal age even if you are in a null state.
Yeah. So like, or
Oh,
if
that's
you
sad.
have some sort of like, if you have some
I'm getting
sort of
depressed.
if you have some sort of predetermined thing, like maybe a disease that's killing you,
Happy
and now
time.
you're depressed or something, you're still gonna die in the null state because life is still technically going on, but you're technically not
It'd
aging
be like
in the
a
way that
competition to be happy,
basically.
or in a weird society like on like on Gumball. You
Wait,
go to
so I'm not
happy
immortal?
camps.
Wait, I'm confused.
Yeah, take back your quote, Mal, because everybody dies.
wait.
I thought when you're not happy, you don't age.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I was
Wait,
thinking
did I
for a
say
minute.
something about that?
No.
Oh,
But,
because that was the whole hypothetical. Is like the null state is basically like this null plane of life to where. So I just imagine it like everything around you except for yourself is like in this faded out gray kind of color, but you're still in the normal whatever life looks like color. But everything around you is kind of has this washed out color grade, and that's how you know you're really like in the null state. And then you're gonna just like you can still interact with everybody and talk to them, but you're technically not living life, so you're not doing any of the things that you would do when you live life. So you wouldn't need to eat or breathe, technically speaking. You would just be basically there.
Dang.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like for me personally, if I got sad and then went into the null state, I'd immediately think like, hey, I'm not aging right now, and then I'd be happy. And
Yeah, because then you would get excited and then you would come out of the state.
Mal's
Yeah.
just bouncing back and forth between null and happy.
What if
I'm
like the
aging.
null
I'm
state
not
was
aging.
completely
I'm
different
aging.
place? Like you
Yeah.
just keep teleporting.
Well, no, it's still the same. It's just kind of puts
what
like a
if,
film
though?
over life.
Like
Yeah.
what if it was a separate place and this one guy is like so insecure he just keeps zapping in and out?
Well, then that brings up the question: if the null state is like a different plane of living, other than like a piece of paper that you would put over the normal life, would you be in the same? Would it just be like a flipping switch? Like you just go to the state and then you're back to where you were last time, back to the state, back to
I
where you
don't
were last
know.
time. Because
What if there's like in the middle, not happy or sad, just kind of whatever?
Well, that would kind of be like just chilling. You're living life. That would be your in the middle.
So you don't necessarily have to be happy then.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Just you're not mad, angry, hurt, or anything like that.
I
So
don't
basically,
know.
any negative emotion, or at least a negative emotion you would think of as an emotion you would think of as negative.
Okay.
I'm trying to be very like basic and general, and not like and have any like philosophical influences within this, so we can make
Yeah.
up our own type of
I
thing.
feel like I understand all things now.
Ever since Toto.
If you took away all the null moments in your life, what would be left?
Yeah.
How much time is left?
So how old would I really be if I was every
You don't
time
have to, like-
I was sad, I would freeze my age?
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
I have
man.
no idea. Because even when you're a baby, you get sad and mad without your own will. Like when someone
is
takes your
true.
toy or something like that. So
Mommy!
adding it all up, like I'd probably be like 15 years old still.
Dang. Yeah, I don't know how.
You're
I
a
would
happy
do.
guy.
Corbin would be like 9.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'd totally be like 10.
I haven't even
10.
been born.
Landon in his room just tapping at a computer all day.
I've never been born.
Oh
I feel
wait,
like-
what if your like nulls weigh out your happiness and then you're like reverse age?
Whoa.
Is that possible?
I mean, not the hypothetical, but I mean, in your hypothetical presentation that you've just
What would
bestowed
happen
upon us.
if someone was born? They're the most miserable person. As soon as they were born, immediate depression, like fresh baby infant depressed.
Whoa. How can a baby like be depressed though? Baby can be sad
Hey.
because they just
Corbin, don't question it.
Hypothetical.
Hypothetically.
Oh,
Okay.
dang, you just stay a baby for the rest of your life.
Yeah, because you wouldn't technically like grow, because you would just be looking around you as you're just
Emo baby.
upset. Yeah, emo baby. You would have bangs on one side of your eye and not on the other.
And you'd be
Dang.
barefoot and read books all day.
That's disturbing.
Well, they wouldn't know how to
Poor
read
baby.
their baby.
They wouldn't know how to read.
Eventually, they just get so depressed that they go back into the womb.
Oh, okay.
How does that work?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought we were throwing out hypothetical situations.
Okay.
Well, that could be genius though.
Yeah.
Like, if scientists like find a way that they can control the neurons in the brain and stuff to where every baby that's born they immediately become sad, then babies could be in their own world and learn and how to grow up and still be a baby. They could be geniuses when they
Whoa.
actually grow up.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's
Yes.
insane.
But
Would their brain be able to like contain it?
Oh, well, I don't know. They'd probably go like to max capacity, and then they'd be like, "All right, you can be happy now," and then they grow
Yeah.
up and they're like geniuses.
Because the reason why the brain grows too, so it can process more. So,
Right.
Yeah, so they would just be babies with massive heads.
like on Twilight Zone.
I'm contradicting my own hypothetical, but I don't remember if life technically, because I guess it goes on for everybody else, but it wouldn't for the inside. So I guess that wouldn't mean like if you are miserable and then somehow you find happiness, even though you're in the null state, which is pretty much a world of mediocrity. Would you just die at like age 6 if you spent like 60 or like 70 something years in the null state as like a baby, but then somehow you finally got out of it, would you technically like die really young because you would have because your body would have hit the age limit, I guess, and just shut down? Or would it still technically
I
not
think if
count?
you spend too much time in the null state, you're gonna die young.
So you don't age physically, but you age. It doesn't look like you age, but you actually are aging.
Yeah, you don't feel it or something.
Yeah,
but you
your
are.
body doesn't change to your age. So like if you're in the null state for like 80 years and then you finally become happy, you probably got like 10 years to live. If you're lucky.
So does it like count as also like physical feelings, or is it just emotional? Because you could be like in pain and still happy.
I think it's just emotional.
Deep.
I've never been in pain, but I've been happy though. I can't think of a time.
Never
hurt myself and be like
Yeah, I don't know if that happens very often.
But what if someone dies happy, but they're like in severe pain?
Like they're basically content with dying?
Exactly.
They'll probably still die though because
they'll just die in the null state.
Aging.
But what if they're happy while they're dying, but since they're happy, they aren't aging?
Well, then they would just die, I guess.
Like not from a physical wound.
Man, it's just like they just die.
I don't know. I don't know if there's. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they would just die. I don't know.
But if you're not aging, then how would that work?
Because life is still going. Oh wait. Because
I'm not talking about a physical injury. Just like you're in physical pain doesn't mean you have an injury. Okay. You're just dying.
Because I was thinking.
Well, if you're happy while you're dying, then that means you're not in the null state, so you are aging.
Yeah, you're aging. So then you would continue to die.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Right. Forgot about that.
Because I said earlier, life doesn't technically go on for you, but it does for everyone else. So would you technically stop aging in that way? Because like people around you will still like celebrate your birthday or something, but you just won't be happy enough to celebrate with it and acknowledge it.
Yeah. So that's
would
why
you technically still be getting? Yeah, would you technically be getting older though? Still, nonetheless, like you just don't need to kind of live life in that way because you're not living it, but you are at the same time.
What?
Oh wait, so now there's two yous. Like one is being aged and going through its life, but you can't experience it because you're sad.
No.
What did you just say then?
I was meaning because I feel like I keep contradicting myself with while we're talking about
this.
Because I feel like, but also I feel like we both just keep going through different wormholes about it, like how it would work. Because one of us talked about not aging in there and not needing to live life, but then we talked about technically life is still going on in the null state, so you would technically be getting older and die once you get out of it young if you were in there for a long period of time. So I don't know.
What's the rules, Landon?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we're just having a good old time. Just
make another
one. Let us have a good old time. Don't tell me. No.
Well, I mean, sure, we could have two U's if you really want. Hypothetical.
All right, Calvin's hypothetical.
All right, so we got two me.
No way, I'm scared because I don't have mine. Hold on.
Here's mine. It's just kind of like just a question, like, would you rather be able to speak any language but not know what you're saying, or be able to understand any language but not communicate back?
I think the latter.
That's a good one. I'm not gonna lie. Wait. Say the first part again.
You can speak any language to anyone, but you don't know what you're saying.
But do I know what other people are saying?
No.
Like people
you
like at me, and then I'm like,
yeah. And you just answer them. You can answer them, but you have no idea what's going on.
Okay,
it's just like
I'd rather be the latter then, because if it's the former, like someone could be like, "Hey, you want to die?" and I'm like, "Sure," and I won't even know. Oh, shoot, that'd be a crazy life. Oh, no.
What if would it be like a subconscious answer though? Because like, or would you just for some reason just be able to tap into any language and speak it, but not know what you're saying? Like, would you not realize what you're saying, or would you know like deep down subconsciously?
Well, you know, I think that defeats the purpose of them.
Yeah, because I think it's just like other people are able to understand you, but you have no idea what language is, basically. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're unaware of the concept of a language barrier, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
think of it like you're getting lucky with gibberish every time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're just
like if I
like,
were to go to Mexico and like someone walks up to me,
Of course, you
and
picked Mexico.
if someone tries to speak Spanish to me, and I'm just like, ¿cómo estás, carabata? And I don't even know what I'm saying, but somehow it works.
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh! And then the second one is be able to
You can
understand any
understand.
language, but you can't talk back. Okay.
That's
So then you're
hard.
just like, people are just talking to you, and you're like, and like you literally can't even like shake your head like.
Oh, I'm
Mhm.
actually starting to think about it now because if I can't talk, like you'd be like, "Hey, I'm about to kill you," and I won't be able to win.
Fade it out.
I just have to start running. Like, oh. Whoa, that's.
I think I just rather be able to know what they're saying. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But then like, honestly, if they know you can't communicate back, they could just say anything like about you, whatever they want, because they know you can't stop them.
And by any language, do you count sign language too?
Yeah.
Yes. That's a good
so
point.
you can't
That's
even move
included.
then. You literally can't point stuff out then.
Yeah, you like can't
Corbin!
communicate at all. like you're
I think Corbin
paralyzed.
leave.
Yeah,
Wait.
like if
No,
What
keep
happened?
going, keep going.
yeah, so say if say you're talking to, you're in like a let's say you're in a restaurant, you hear some Japanese guys they look like some Japanese ninjas, samurai, whatever. And then they're talking about you. They're talking about you. They're like, yeah, we're gonna get that guy right there, that Landonian. We're gonna get him. We're gonna stab him with our swords, with our katanas. You can't look at them and tell them to go away like with your hands.
Yeah.
So you gotta oh man, I don't know, man. You gotta just
Or
run.
or you're in the restaurant and the waiter comes up to you and like they're like asking you what you want on the menu and they're like, you want the shrimp? And you
can't
literally
point at it.
you can't
Yeah,
point
point
at
at
it.
You just gotta
And they're just
stare at him
Yeah, they're just like, okay, and then they bring you just something that you don't even want to eat.
horrible
feel like-
life. Like they'll think you're weird. They'll kick you out. You will never be able to eat.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd use it
Can
for
you
like the
speak animal
simpler
too?
things.
Dude.
Oh
Wait,
you
my
understand
gosh, that'd be
animals too?
nice.
with that what kind of do animals have like
I don't think they have
Understandable.
language.
Animals
I don't know if they have.
I don't know if like languages, but they speak
It's
to
like-
each other.
Right, they have like mating calls and stuff like that, but like
Yeah.
they don't have
So-
a language.
Because cats will
It's
talk with like their tails and stuff. So what if you heard like audible words when they would
Whoa.
just move?
Wag.
they come up to you and you just hear them saying like, you better feed me or I'm gonna
Yeah,
rip
something
your
like
shreds
I can't stand this human. He never feeds me on time, and I won't be able to feed you because I can't move now that you're talking.
yeah. Oh my
Dang, I'd have
shit.
to live a life like with earplugs in. Like I can't talk to anybody, or else I won't be able to move.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Why would
Wait,
you
when
not
did
be
this
able to
come
move?
in?
Yeah.
Because look, if you want, say you go if you want to go buy food, then you got to be the cashier's gonna be like, okay, your total is $2.79. You can't give it to them or anything because that would be you communicating with them.
Mm.
You would have to just go through and just like buy your food,
Steal it.
get money, and run.
Well,
You just
no-
casually walk in, grab something, and just all right, bye guys.
Unless Calvin, you mean like you can, because like you said, like sign language doesn't count. So that means like moving your hands and like pointing at stuff and
Well, if sign language doesn't count, would that be part of like body language? Like
Kind of.
getting out change and stuff? Because
a
like,
lot of sign language is from body language. like-
technically just walking around would give off a presence and people could
Exactly.
like read a little bit about you just looking
oh
at
my
you.
God.
So if you put it that way,
Stay away from people.
exactly.
And then if animals, if you can understand them, stay away from animals.
Pretty much.
Okay, what if you could understand one language, but you could only speak a different one?
Whoa,
Oh my gosh.
Can
that'd
you
be
understand the
terrible.
other one that you don't know?
Wait,
I
so
would pick
okay,
a
so
I
like,
would pick a language I would want to learn and then understand my native language.
yeah, like
Yeah.
say you can hear everybody speaking in English and you know what they're all saying, but you can only reply in Spanish.
French. That'd be so funny.
That wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah.
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 I'd be like
You just
the crazy guy around school or just around the world.
imagine though. Okay, so like everybody's speaking to you in English and you can understand them all, but you can only reply in Spanish. But then in their brain, they can only understand Spanish and they can only reply in English.
Whoa. So it
That'd be a
basically just
universal
like,
language.
yeah, there's no
Yeah.
language barrier.
That'd be sick.
It'd basically be like when you watch a movie set in like a different country.
I'd basically be Landon. I'd basically be Inumaki from Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh yeah.
Just be able to just understand everyone, but can't talk back in a language they understand.
That's funny.
Oh man, that's a good one, Calvin.
Yeah, those were good. Those were better than my.
Yeah, it was nice.
My try to be deep. I tried to be deep.
No, all of yours were good.
I think mine was a little too complicated. Like I need to expand more.
Yeah,
Like
it took us a
like
while
your,
to sort
The
through that.
rules were just a little
like your
Yeah,
movie,
plus
your movie
we were-
concepts that we could never
Yeah.
pull off.
We were kind of just going crazy though. We were kind of just going on a bunch of different trains. So
Yeah, at the
I
end
don't
of the day, though, if we keep changing the rules, then that's more discussion. So
yeah. And basically in other words, there are no rules. We
Right.
can just make them up. How would
I
it
like-
work?
I
We
like
should
Corbin's
discover
too
the
with
world.
the dead cells and you wait
Yeah.
in a box for years.
Just
and
sitting in a box. Yeah.
I feel like
Of-
that's
of
one we're gonna
foot
come back to.
forms.
a foot forms. You're like, yes, only 500 more million.
Finally.
years ago.
It's
Wait,
alive.
But would they look the same as yours?
Oh,
Ew.
Because
yeah,
if
I
you
don't know.
constantly change, then wouldn't it look a little different?
Well, I don't think it would look drastically different because, like,
It would just look dead.
Well,
technically,
think
like
about your
our family who
toenails.
spent. Hey, no, our family. Banjo.
Stop it, electric banjo. What is that?
I hear it too.
Our family who spends time with us almost every day and would probably notice if we looked drastically different or like our
Well,
friends.
not drastically different, but if it takes so long for you to actually just accumulate that many cells, then wouldn't it look a little different?
I feel like it would only look different like if you really paid attention. Like maybe you have like your eyebrow has
Well,
like
say,
one
like-
less hair or something.
Say like you stayed inside the whole time you were collecting those foot cells, and then when the foot actually forms, you've been outside, so like you're tan now, and then your foot's still all white and stuff.
Oh
Ew.
yeah.
Low white foot.
I feel like I feel like
you know
it
what
would
I mean.
change. I feel like it would change over time, or you would notice a difference over time. I don't think like it would look like a composite. I think so. Basically, certain parts would look different. Like it wouldn't match up. So like maybe
I think overall it would blend together and it would be pretty similar.
like if you started building in summer and then ended in winter, half your body is going to be suntanned and then the other half is going to be pale, white.
Yeah, like blend together though. I feel like, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
lose half of your body and then the other half later. It's like you lose different cells from everywhere, so it
Yeah.
kind of just meshes together.
Oh no. No, no. It's quiet now. Okay, forgive me if this doesn't have any if this has a bunch of plot holes and backwards rules.
I already did
oh,
mine,
wow.
so there's no
It-
thing.
it's
Only
There's
Landon
no
will
last
pay
minute.
attention to that.
So I've been recently watching like the Transformers series, like the first one, the second one,
Yeah.
Revenge of the Fallen, stuff like that.
Okay.
So, and I was thinking like, what really makes a Transformer a Transformer? Like, could we be Transformers? Like, what defines a Transformer? If you just look like what you transform in? Because like, what if I just roll up in a ball? Am I a Transformer?
Okay, I'm gonna open it up with this. In Russia?
Oh no.
In Russia?
Oh, no.
Basically.
Russia,
in
you can be
Russia-
whatever you want.
No, technically no. It's technically outlawed what I'm about to say. But technically, if you're transgender in Russia, you're
No.
identified as a transformer.
No, I knew you were gonna
Because then
do
you're
that.
called transformer. Or that's what like one of the leaders or something refers to.
What the heck?
In
is a
Russia.
Transformer?
It's so funny, but
You're a
so
ne- like,
transgender. You are a
moving.
transformer.
Moving to Russia.
Well, at least they get it.
Yeah.
They don't sugarcoat it.
I don't like how they make it sound cool though, because like I want to be a Transformer, but not like that.
Well, they're probably all Decepticons though.
Oh yeah, no Autobots.
Yeah.
What the heck? What the heck? But yeah, what makes a Transformer a Transformer?
Yeah,
I could
because
be a chair right now.
Yeah, I could go put on a costume and all of a sudden, sit down
Yeah.
somewhere and I look like a lion or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just transformed into a lion.
Yeah.
So
I guess it wouldn't really have to be anything because you could be a Transformer, if you put on a costume, because the Autobots and Decepticons, they just transform into vehicles. They're already robots.
yeah,
Like they're not changing they're only changing their mechanical structure and appearance. They're not like changing their insides and genetics.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah, like
they become the car, or the plane.
Yeah, but they already have like the parts
the
inside
tree.
them.
So if
Become the
somehow
tree.
I could turn into, so if I put you inside my body and I drive around, right? Am I a car?
no.
I don't know.
Because a car, the definition of a car is like metal with tires and stuff. Like you have to
Metal with tires. It's
you have to actually turn into something metal, and I don't know.
What about a Lego car?
I think
Oh,
Legos
God.
by definition are Transformers.
Like
Just blasted me out the
there's
wall.
literally such thing as a Lego car. Like it's made of Lego bricks and you can actually drive
why did you have to bring that up?
it. I know you know what that is, Calvin. I know you know what that is. So is that a car or is that a toy?
It is not a car. A car is made of metal. I'm
Your
sticking
voice.
to my original definition.
What's a car?
Not all
I
cars
mean-
are made of metal though.
You're just like, ugh.
I can't think of one on the spot, but there's cars out there that aren't just made of metal.
Yeah, I know. That was a bad definition.
So I'm a transfer. I'm gonna turn into a chair right now because look, even though I'm not the same material as a chair, because technically a transformer is not the same material as metal. They're made of Cybertron stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
It just
Energon, of
replicates.
course.
Yeah, it just replicates metal, but it's not actually metal.
Mm-hmm.
So if I sit down and then become a chair, I have the same purpose as a chair. Someone can come sit on me.
Okay,
I just
okay.
am made of a different material.
Yeah.
Technically, you can already do
Transformer.
that. Not physically, but in the world we live in, you can totally say you're a chair.
Yeah. So
What do
I
you mean?
think
And people will believe you.
He says you can identify as a chair.
And people will respect it.
You
Okay.
are
my
a chair.
pronouns are
You are a
chair.
chair.
My pronouns are chair. Okay, I am a chair. And who says
Chair /
otherwise?
stool.
Slash
You can call-
school.
call me stool pigeon.
Hey guys, come sit on me.
Okay, a follow up. Oh no! A follow up question to that is: if you were a transformer, what would you turn into? You can't turn to anything else. Only one thing.
Oh man.
Oh.
You can operate as this thing.
Like, does it have to be some sort of like mechanical object or something?
Yeah, it does have to be mechanical.
Technically, it could be anything. It could be
Oh,
an
shoot.
animal because freaking what are they
Beast
called?
Boy.
What are they called?
Wildcats?
Landon. They're the dino ones. They're like dinosaurs, but they're transformers.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know.
I forgot what
Wait,
they're
I
called.
got this. Hold on.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what they are.
I think one of them is called Grimlock. I forgot
Grimlock,
what
yes,
they're called,
Grimlock.
though.
There is a Grimlock.
Yeah, I do remember Grimlock, but I don't
Grimlock's
remember.
Big,
Dino-
big T-Rex.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Dinobots?
Called.
They might be the Dinobots. We're just gonna call them
I
that for
think
now.
they're just called Dinobots.
Anyways, you can be animal.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
It would be a
But
cat.
anything you turn into, just like the Transformers, it has to be from your own parts. So if
Oh,
so
yeah.
if you were to turn into a cat, Corbin, it would still be of human bones, but just
That's
cat.
nasty.
So
Where
does that
would your
mean
tail-
does that mean
I
your
think
powers
it's like
would be
one of those
nerfed?
creepy pasta photos.
Corbin would be a Corbin cat. He'd have a Corbin cut, but he'd be He'd be like naked, naked cat. Your tail would be fleshy. It wouldn't have no fur on it.
I'd look like the Russian sleep experiment.
Yeah,
I have
that's
a
an
vivid image.
abomination.
I have a vivid image in my mind. Like I can
No!
Photoshop this.
No! Don't do it.
I
Corbin
probably won't. I don't know.
Corbin
If I get
cat.
really tempted to, I might put an image up on the
Corbin
screen.
cat.
Unless I do it later.
Corbin cat.
So like, if I wanted to be a car, I would be a car. Like I'd have I'd be able to do everything this car could do, but I would look like a Mal car. Like I'd be a squishy car.
Well, if we're made out of human parts, I'm not
Wait,
gonna be a
your
chair.
hands and feet could be wheels.
Yeah, I can still move as fast as a car, but
No,
like, it would just be
Landon.
fleshy.
No, I just thought of that.
And I wouldn't want to be a car either.
I don't know if that someone uses now. Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be any
I'm gonna go
appliance or
sit
something
on
that
the
people
Calvin
use.
chair.
I like the Corbin chair better.
Come, let me show you our new decor for your house. Yeah. So
Hey,
right here
Corbin.
we have the Landon chair. Just got it out of Siberia.
Russia.
Nice-
As you can see, it's painted a beautiful platinum white.
And it's got a nice blonde fur on it, just from the hair. And we use the
Lavender trim.
fingernails as stools to hold up the legs.
I'd have to never cut my nails again.
Oh my god, it's nasty.
Yeah, well, like when you were talking about it'd have to be made out of you though, and Corbin transformed into a cat. Would he technically would the cat's powers be nerfed because he would still have Corbin bones, but condensed into a cat? So if
That
he
would mean
tried to jump off
I would
like
just
a
look
four-story
like
building,
one of those Sphinx cats then.
like if he tried to jump through a 4-story building with his bones all just sink through his flesh and just stab out, and he'd be walking around, or
It's
he
like
wouldn't even
on-
be able to walk around. He'd die.
Born Identity, how it should have ended when his
Yes,
bones
that's
are all
exactly
sticking
what I
out.
was thinking.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
would he jumped down and every bone in his body would just be broken and
You
be
can hear all
sticking
the-
out and everything.
Okay,
Yeah.
we could scratch that rule then. I just wanted to see what you guys would say.
Okay.
But yeah, you could transform into anything. You will look
So-
like it. You will be made of it. So if you transform into a car, you'll be that car, and then you'll go back and you'll be you.
But if it had to be made out of parts, then you would just look like a walking version of a Mal would just look like a transformer, but a person, and I would just look like a cat person standing up straight.
Well,
I got
Instead
Corbin
of
cat stuck in my head. That's never getting out.
now we
Oh,
got
stop.
instead of Corbin cat, now it's Cat Corbin. It's
Yeah,
freaking it's Corbin,
like
but
Batman and
with
Penguin.
cat plates on him. With cat plates, so that when
Cat
he transforms,
plates.
he looks like the cat. I get what you're saying, but no, it won't be like that. It'll just be like you shapeshift into it.
Well,
Dang,
then
his ears would be so pointy.
So,
He'd
it
have
wouldn't-
Sokka ears.
it wouldn't be like transforming. It'd more be like, like magic transforming. Because if it couldn't be made out of your own parts to work.
No, I didn't say that. I just said you can
He just wanted
transform
to
into
know.
anything.
Yeah, he just wanted to know what we would come up with if it did have
Yeah.
to be made out of our own flesh and blood and materials.
Yucky.
Calvin's quiet. Calvin is scarred by the Corbin.
Yeah.
cat.
Yeah.
Corbin cat.
That is. I don't. Well, if you don't have to use your body, then I don't know. I would probably want to be an airplane or something like a helicopter.
Oh yeah.
How would
What's
you
that?
use that though?
I would fly everywhere.
So would you like
sounds like
fly
fun.
to work as a giant jumbo plane?
Would
And
you
like
be able to
break your-
Calvin's here.
Would you be able to untransform in the air or something?
Dude, that would be sick.
I mean, then you'd fall down because you can't
That'd be
fly a
awesome.
plane low.
Yeah,
I'd probably want to be
So-
like a helicopter or something. Because
No, I'd
it'd
get
be
super-
slow. It'd be more practical.
yeah. But then
Yeah,
you land and
Or
you're
they
like
drop
blowing
off.
people away with the propeller,
Oh yeah.
slicing up some stuff.
Well,
Gotta
would
choose wisely.
Would your vehicle or transformed object be proportional to your own human size, or would it just be like a generic helicopter
That'd be
or
interesting.
car?
It's whatever you want it to be. It wouldn't be your size though. You would
Okay.
literally just morph into that thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, like a werewolf.
So
you
if
mean?
you're a big fat guy, you wouldn't just morph into a monster truck. You could morph into
Yeah, you could be a little car.
a little Jetta if you wanted to.
the fat
You could
guy
be a RC
transforming
car if you
into
wanted
just a
to.
normal
Yeah.
guy.
Oh, okay. So I think I'd be a drone.
Nice.
Oh, that's
yeah,
smart.
yeah.
Nice.
I'd be
I'd
a
be-
drone then.
I'd be a drone with a camera.
Dang,
Yeah.
everyone's being a drone now.
So smart.
That is smart though.
Malachi would just be like a robot, like one of those AI robots.
I'd transform into a robot.
Yeah.
Wait, could you like? If I
Whoa,
wanted
that'd be sick though.
Yeah.
That's actually a good idea. If I
It's
was a
like-
robot,
human
What
integration
kind of
with like
robot,
a
though?
Jaeger
I don't think
from
I'd ever
Pacific Rim.
transform back.
What kind of robot though?
If I'm a robot, like you can't hit me because it doesn't hurt.
Gundam for life.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Voltron.
Like titanium bones, frames.
Still have limbs and everything.
Yeah, I could run at crazy speeds, have infinite stamina.
Dang.
You would never be able to play volleyball again, though.
Yes, I would. I would spike the ball and pop it every time.
Springs in his leg.
Yeah, I have literal mechanical body parts, so like I'd be able to jump as high as I could.
Dang.
Man.
You're just running down the street, you know, with doing all your cool things. You got 3 drones flying. around. You're like,
Yeah, that's all you guys being the drones.
What if you
That
could
is smart though to
transform
be a
to?
drone.
What if you could transform into like something that isn't within our world? Like, what if I could transform into a 2D character, but living in technically like the real world, or like a plastic, or not a plastic thing, but like, yeah. What if I
Shoot.
wanted to transform into a flat image of something?
Like,
Okay, I'm not gonna go that far because then
Okay.
we're gonna be here forever.
you just look like paper.
Yeah, because I was looking at Mel's profile picture and I see Gojo just all
Oh,
happy,
no.
look staring right at me. So I was just thinking like, hey, what if you could transform into Gojo?
Yeah,
Or
I would
just
have
any-
said that.
Any other like just 2D character?
What if you what you transformed in, you'd be like transported to an equivalent world that would suit your needs for that transformation?
so like a world of
Whoa.
drones.
Yeah, something like
Well,
a world
well,
for drones, like the
well,
Oh, I
most
wouldn't be that
cinematic place
special
ever.
anymore.
well, yeah, I wouldn't want to be a drone. I'd want to be a human.
Everyone's a drone then.
Yeah, because
Like
the
if
thing
I
with
wanted
my
to transform into Gumball.
Then no
You know
one.
what they
like-
say? If everyone's super,
No one is.
Because yeah, like my thing was different because I was wondering because like you can't be a 2D thing in real life. Everything's
You have to go to
multi-dimensional.
Gumball.
Yeah, you'd have to be into like a cartoon world. So would there just be like a world for all anybody who transforms past the rules of our dimension?
Whoa.
dude, what if you could move through the 4th dimension, like to where people can't see you, like to a certain point? Because you know how 2D things can't see 3D things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means something if that's something that's 4D could be looking at us right now. You don't even know.
Well,
Big brain. Big
that
brain.
is true. Unless the rules of this universe dictate that we technically could see that.
What?
Because the way I mean by that is what Mal said with how 2D things can't see 3D things.
Yeah.
I thought of what Corbin keeps mentioning. It was Gumball, to where they mix 2D and 3D animation
Right.
together. So some of the characters are completely 3D and they interact with them all the time, like Gumball and Mr. Gaylord Robinson.
Yeah. Gaylord Robinson.
What
That's
did
his.
you
That's his
say?
name.
That's his name.
That's his name.
Oh,
that's his actual name.
That's
His-
so. Is it spelled that way?
Yes, that's his actual name.
See, the thing is though, is that our eyes can't perceive 4D things. So
Okay, so
regardless if
The rules of our universe
What does 4D look like?
would mean.
4D is what you can see with the back of your knee.
What? Oh, so like
Use
not telescopic vision then.
Yeah, like use the back of your knee
Okay.
to look
okay.
at something, and whatever it looks like, that's what 4D is.
Is that? Whoa.
Wait,
say it again?
Wait. Hold on.
So like hold up the back of your knee as if it's your eyeball and look at something with it. And whatever that looks like, that's what 4D looks
What's the back of my knee? That would be like the little mushy part.
like.
How can I
Like-
look at wait, what?
What?
So do you mean like the things in your peripheral vision after staring at your knee?
No, like what you can actually see with your knee. Don't
well-
use your eyes at all.
Eye on my knee, Calvin. Maybe that's your.
Yeah, how do you do
Exactly. Because 4D is like nothing. You can't even tell what it looks like.
So that was just an overly complicated
Oh,
way of saying we don't know.
that?
So just we
Garbage.
can't then.
I was thinking of like some really cool way to like you could look through your knee or something, and then you see this whole world of 4D.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And then like you can
Calvin,
see these like
I look
hollows
stupid
and
now.
ghosts and spirits and all like these no face
Calvin,
spirited
you
away
should've seen my
creatures.
face.
Yeah.
You should have seen my
Pigs.
face. I was literally lifting my leg up trying to look at it.
I was looking at the back of my leg too, and I was like, hold on.
You made
I'm
it.
sorry.
I really thought too. I was putting my leg up to my head. I was like, look at the back.
I made it way too complicated. I got all your hopes up.
Well, the more complicated thing is that you probably just came up with that all right now and just
Yeah.
gave it to us right here and made it super believable. And we all just started lifting up our knees.
Lifting up our knees.
Corbin's like, what is that? The squishy part of my knee?
I was already 4 steps ahead of him trying to figure it out, and I'm still like, just
I'm already
yeah.
I see the 4D world. I see it. Yeah, like
Fighting
the way,
4D demons.
the way a 2D being would see something that's 3D that passes through is if you have like a piece of paper and you draw like somebody on it, and then your finger touches the paper. The 2D thing would only see like a little circle of where your skin touches the paper, and then
weird.
And once you lift it off, then it's gone. You wouldn't be able to
Basically-
see the entire finger, just a little dot.
So there are drawings like where I've seen where people like touch like what is to be like the canvas or the camera that people are drawing. So I guess it would look like that to them,
Yeah.
like just a flat kind of.
Yeah, it'd only be flat. They wouldn't be able to see the other dimension of like, around.
They'd
the
only see
finger
like an
and all that.
illusion that you could cast while
Okay.
drawing.
So literally, someone would just pop up into existence, like right in front of you. If a 4D person would just wanted to show you, like, go through the third dimension for a second, they would just show up and then leave, just out of nowhere.
And you wouldn't even get
That's
to see
weird.
all of them.
Yeah, you see like their body, like the shape of their body, and then that's
You
it.
could only see like
Yeah.
the 3 dimensions
Well,
of their body. It would
Yeah,
look
because
normal.
to
I
us,
would
it would
think.
look like it would just look like some mass.
Yeah, and then just
3D
gone.
to us, but there's a 4th dimension to them that would make them complete. But we can't see that part.
My question is though, would it look normal to us? Because even in a 2D or 3D image, you don't always see all dimensions at once.
Right.
Say it could be you or me. Like I could walk down the street and see Malachi, and he could be a 4D person, but he would look normal to me because I can't see that 4th dimension. Like maybe we're
Right.
like maybe he's biking across and I only see him from the side. So even if he was 2D, I would still see the same image that I'm seeing in this 3D world.
Yeah.
So would 4D
Only if you
would
move
4D people look
perspective,
the
then
same?
you would be able to see the third.
Well, I think
third
like what
dimension.
Mal was saying, with like the 2D, they can just see like part of your finger. It's just like a blob of skin. I think
Yeah.
that's what we would just see a blob. Like we wouldn't be able to see the whole entire thing, and we wouldn't be able to tell what it was.
Yeah, we'd only get to see the 3 parts of it, I guess.
Yeah, because they probably look totally different in the 4th dimension than what they look in the
Yeah.
3rd dimension.
Because what I'm thinking of is kind of translating, like, have you guys have probably seen like sketch filters or like people draw themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would assume like if like think of a realistic version of that, like not like a hyper realistic, but just like a normal pencil sketch
Right.
on paper. And then so think of it that way, but just think of it like with the 4D and 3D thing, because like it looks normal. It obviously isn't of this world, but it doesn't look weird. So would it look to like it wouldn't be like an uncanny valley thing, I don't think. So would it look like would it yeah, I know, Corbin. So would it look like, hey, that looks, normal-ish, but like
Well,
that doesn't belong
actually-
in the real world.
Actually, would it be uncanny valley? Because if we can't even perceive it,
Oh yeah, and it's moving.
then would it be?
Interesting. Very interesting.
Because if you saw a 2D thing move, although no,
That's not
I guess it
uncanny
wouldn't be
because we
weird.
can
'cause-
perceive 3D, so
Yeah.
that would make sense. But
Plus you
even
see
3D
cartoons.
things are uncanny because they're just they don't look right. Like it's not.
Yeah, because they resemble our
They
dimension.
resemble a person, but it's not quite. So I'm thinking if it's just mainly for people, then if something just like a thing is in 4D and we can't even perceive 4D, would that be classified not as uncanny valley, just something that's weird?
That's what UFOs are.
This is hurting my
Blobs of
head.
4D.
Because there are such things as 4D shapes
Yes,
that we've tried. Like if you look up Gabriel's
whatever that
horn,
means.
If you look up
Gabriel's
what?
horn is a 4D. Gabriel's
What is
horn,
that?
that's an actual 4D shape.
What is it though?
I'll send it to you right now. I just looked it
yeah,
up.
just
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
just look it up. And that's what we would see it as, but it probably looks totally different in the
How
the
do we
other
know
dimension.
if it's 4D if we can't perceive
Gabriel's
it?
horn is a particular
Because
geometric
to make-
figure.
Because to have dimensions, it's a formula. So
Oh, so it's
you can
math.
yeah
yuck.
it's a formula. Like What makes
Oh,
2D
that's
is
weird.
is 2D is what? It's just the
It's just flat paper.
yeah. It's just X
No depth.
X axis, and then that's it.
Well,
No, X and
No,
Y.
X and Y.
axis.
Yeah.
And then 3D is X, Y, Z.
Right.
Yeah.
And then 40 would be, I don't know, X, Y, Z, something else. I don't know.
XYZ plus.
Yeah.
plus.
So
Yeah.
2D is what? Height and width. And then 3D is height, width, length. I don't know. And then 40 would be, I have no idea.
Now I just got to thinking of what it would be like, because like you can see a 2D image of a 3D thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, because I mean, I'm looking at the Gabriel's horn.
I'm not
And it's-
seeing anything that's odd
it's a-
about it. It
it's
looks
a-
like a
'cause it's-
space needle.
Yeah, because it's a 2D image of a 4D thing. Like if you see a 2D image of a 3D object, nothing looks weird or uncanny about it.
Yeah.
Normally speaking, that is.
Yeah,
So-
I
Yeah.
still think our minds just can't comprehend what it would look like. So even if it's on the 2D thing, our brains can't figure out what it would actually look like.
How would something have infinite surface area? That's what it says.
Math.
Well, I'm done researching that. I'm just gonna watch a Vsauce video.
Big brain, big brain. There's a lot of weird, unexplained things like that.
What if like angels are just 4D creatures?
Whoa.
Yeah,
And that's why-
I think God sees, is in the fourth dimension. That's why he could see us and interact with us, but we can't.
Or
see
he
him.
has like 6.
He created the
dimensions.
dimensions.
Yeah, he created them, so he could be in the 10th dimension if he wanted to.
Yeah. Wait. So if something, if he created only us to see 3D vision, how do we know that there's a 4th dimension if we can't even see it?
Math.
Okay, that's probably it. Okay.
I think we have beaten
Failed.
this subject to the death.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we have.